All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Everything Business. Right now, I'll be looking at the 2023 and the 2024 paper one. Right. I must say a big shout out to the persons who sent me past papers so that I can, look at it and get it done. Also, I must apologize for my previous upload. I had a number of errors in them in that past paper. You would have seen them in the description. All right. I was multitasking, I wasn't focused. However, now I am focused, and so we are going to get into these two papers, and you will see that a lot of the questions repeat. And so going into tomorrow's exam, you should be fine. All right, so let's do this and let's get this through quickly. As you know, I'll be reading quickly, and if you have any issues, you just pause, rewind, whatever. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and also join my TikTok at Everything Business 876. So far, you guys are wonderful. Thank you guys for the support, and I know that you are going to do well. Big up on yourself. Let's get right into it. 2023 paper one. Which of the following departments rather, is not a functional area of a business? The correct answer there is C, public relations. Number two, which of the following types of check allow an individual to receive cash on demand? Open check. Number three, in which of the following types of economic system does the government make all decisions? Command economy. Number four, the legal responsibility of a sole proprietor to pay any money owed by the business is referred to as unlimited liability. Which of the following is not a function of money? Indivisibility is the correct answer there. A. Right? We are to item 6, refer to the following information, which shows a section of a vertical organizational chart for a manufacturing company. Number 6 says the relationship between the highest level of management and the various departments is known as, A is the correct answer, line. Number 7, which of the following is a form of industrial action in which trade unions are most likely to ask workers to participate? D is the correct answer, work to rule. See that question already. Item 8 refers to the following statement. The leader deliberately stands back and lets the subordinates plan their own work and make their own decisions as far as possible. Number 8 says, the type of leadership described in the statement above is C, laissez-faire. Number 9, which of the following actions are characteristic of a good leader? Correct answer there is all of them. D. Number 10, which of the following are benefits of online communication? Correct answer there is D, all of them. 11, under which of the following categories would subsidized meals for employees fall? Correct answer there is A, fringe benefits. Number 12, the main advantage of collateral to the lender, pay attention to that, to the lender is it D, can be seized if the borrower fails to pay. Number 13, the condensed version of the business plan, which provide an overview of the business, is contained in the A, executive summary. See that question already. Number 14, which of the following is a regulatory issue for the entrepreneur? Correct answer there is D, paying national insurance to the government. See that question already. Number 15, an analysis of the viability of a business idea and an examination of the different aspects of operating a business is known as C, feasibility study. See that question already. Number 16, an entrepreneur may reduce his risk of loss by A, planning ahead. See that question already as well. Number 17, the principle of insurance where individuals would be compensated for damages or losses incurred is referred to as A, indemnity. See that question already. 18, Kevin sustained burns while at work in a local restaurant. Under which of the following insurance policies is he likely to be compensated? D, employer's liability. Number 19, which of the following factors prevent or prevents an agreement from being considered a valid contract? C, misrepresentation. We see that question already. Number 20, Mr. Jones offered to contract a house for Mr. Johnson for the sum of $200,000. Mr. Johnson accepted. When the building was near completion, it was destroyed by fire. Mr. Jones decided to regard the contract as being discharged. Which of the following principles best illustrates the determination of the contract? The correct answer there is D, subsequent impossibility. It is also called frustration. So just know that. All right. 21. Which of the following activities can be best carried out as a cottage industry? D, manufacturing of leather sandals. 22. Which of the following least affects the location of an extractive industry? A, proximity to large shopping areas. 23. Which of the following types of capital is used for the day-to-day operations of a business? C, working capital. 24. Which of the following commodities is a product of the manufacturing industry? A, car, right? A close answer could have been house, but house would come under more like, construction type of thing, right? So let's say A. 25. Which of the following natural resources is not available in the Caribbean in commercial quantities? B is the correct answer, coal. 26. We have seen this question numerous times. Productivity can be measured by outputs divided by inputs. 27. Which of the following outcomes is least likely to occur as a result of growth in an organization? D, increased capital investment. 28. Which of the following gives identity to a specific producer's goods? C, brand, right? 29. Which of the following activities is an example of sales promotion? B, free sampling. We go to question 30. The term loss leader is best described as a product which D is sold cheaply to attract customers. Yes, it is. 31. Which of the following factors is least likely to influence consumer behavior? D, place of residence. 32. In which of the following types of trade is the hire purchase method of buying most likely to be used? A, retail, right? Where you can buy like furnitures and stuff like that, right? 33. In marketing, market is best described as B, a situation in which buyers and sellers interact. We see this question already. 34. The most suitable medium of advertising in an area with high vehicular traffic is A, posters, right? 35. In business, logistics is defined as C, managing resources from the point of acquisition, storage, and transportation to their final destination. We saw that question already. 36. John operates a shop in the community. He buys goods in bulk from a nearby supermarket and then he sells them in small quantities to his customers. John would be referred to as a retailer. C, right? 37. A global positioning system, GPS, it provides B, satellite tracking services that can be used in commercial and personal application. We see that question already. 38. Which of the following documents details the name of the ship and full particulars of the shipment of goods? It's a bill of lading, right? 39. Which of the following is the final step in the supply chain operation? D, delivering the finished product from point of origin to point of destination. Question 40. Which of the following is a global logistics provider? DHL is the correct answer. C. 41. Which of the following is a service provided by commercial banks? D is the correct answer, accepting deposits from customers. 42. Tom invests his savings by buying shares in a company. From this investment, Tom expects to receive A, dividends. 43. 43. Which of the following accounts is not offered by commercial banks to the public? A, trade account. Well, don't know what a trade account is, so that's the odd one out. 44. Investment can be defined as B, additions to the capital stock of a country. 45. Which of the following characteristics are associated with the stock market? B, risks and benefits. We see that question all the time. 46. Which of the following actions by a government is most likely to lead to an improvement in the standard of living? C, abolishing taxes on low incomes. 47. A debenture holder is one who? D is the correct answer. This is one of the questions I had messed up on a previous paper. right, is entitled to a fixed rate of interest whether or not the company makes a profit. 48, government offers subsidies to businesses to B, reduce costs and ultimately prices. 49, we see that question already too. 49, the central bank is owned and controlled by A, the government. We see that question already too. Which of the following groups stands to benefit most from a stable level of prices? Obviously, us, customers. Yes, D is the correct answer. 51, which of the following forms of taxation can be classified as direct? A, income tax. 52, which of the following measures could be used to protect the environment? The correct answer there is B, 1 and 3. We saw that already, right? 53. Governments can positively influence business activity by reducing A, taxation, right? Item 54 refers to the following information. Mrs. Brown receives a job offer from a company in Barbados. In order to take up the job, she decides to leave her home country of Trinidad and move permanently to Barbados. In Trinidad, Mrs. Brown would be referred to as B, an emigrant, right? Use the E to say exit, right? Yeah. 55. Which of the following measures are used by government to redistribute income? C, PAYE and national insurance. 56. Education could contribute to economic growth by ensuring that the workforce is highly B, efficient. 57. The main purpose of CARICOM is to B, foster intra-regional trade and common services. 58. One economic solution to unemployment in the Caribbean is to D, encourage industrialization. We said that question already too. 59. Which of the following sequences represent the correct stages in the development of CARICOM, single market, and economy, CSME? C, Federation, CARIFTA, CARICOM, CSME. And 60. Computer-aided design can be advantageous to B, production. We move on now to 2024 paper, right? That is last year's paper. All right. Number 1, which are the following types of business environments is most typical in the Commonwealth Caribbean? B, mixed economy. We see that question already. Which of the following is not an example of an unethical business practice? C, retrenching inefficient workers, right? Number 3, the policies of a company are usually formulated by B, the directors. 4, which of the following are advantages of a sole trader? D, all 3 of them. Number 5, a major function of the public sector is to B, serve the entire population. And I think it's in the 2022 paper they asked about private sector, which was to make a profit. All right. Number 6, a laissez-faire leader can be described as one who D, stays in the background and allows subordinates to make their own decisions. Item 7 refers to the following diagram of the structure of an organization. Which of the following position would be best suited at X? And if you look, X is at the top above the CEO. B, board of directors. Number 8, the main purpose of installing a suggestion box in a company is to get workers' views on C, ways of improving the workplace, right? We see that question already. Selecting the objectives and the procedures for achieving goals is referred to as A, planning. Number 10, which of the following statements best describe the function of a trade union? A, securing better wages and improved working conditions for its members. Number 11, which of the following actions demonstrate the characteristics of a good leader? D, all of them. And we have seen this question before. Number 12, the person responsible for bringing together and organizing the factors of production is the B, entrepreneur. 13, an analysis of the viability of a business idea and examination of the different aspects of operating a business is known as C, feasibility study. We have seen that question already. 14, the business opportunity element of the business plan gives a description of the B, viability of the business idea. Number 15, cash used to secure a loan at a bank is referred to as A, collateral. 16, which of the following is a regulatory requirement for an entrepreneur? You see this question already. C, pay national insurance to the government. Number 17, the monthly payments made to an insurance company by its policy holders are known as B, premium. We see that question already. Item number 18, it refers to the case. Melissa is a teenager, wanted to earn some extra cash, and she offered to wash cars. May Hines brought her car to be washed, and Melissa washed the car, and Miss Hines paid her $15. What type of contract is demonstrated in the case? It's a simple contract. Number 19. Which of the following statement describe a specialty contract? C. Contract must be signed, sealed, and delivered. Number 20. Which of the following is not a legitimate way of terminating a contract? D. Change of mind. Definitely not a way. Right? 21. Which of the following is an example of extractive production? B. Agriculture. 22. The term division of labor can be defined as the C. Separation of tasks to complete job. It's also called specialization. 23. Productivity can be measured by, we tell you this question, A. Output divided by input. 24. Which of the following activities is most likely undertaken in a cottage industry? Making of sugar cakes. C is the correct answer there. 25. Which of the following conditions would constitute a linkage between two industries? D is the correct answer. The output of one industry becoming the input of another industry. 26. In the Caribbean, many people are hired for sugarcane farming and very little equipment is used. And this industry can be best described as A, labor intensive. 27. Which of the following are examples of fixed capital? C, plant and machinery. 28. The producers of power drink created an advertisement which promoted their drink as being superior to Energy Plus drink, right? And this type of advertisement is known as D, competitive. You see this question already. 29. A business should utilize channels such as wholesale, retail, or internet to make products available to customers, right? Which of the following activities is best described in the statement above? A, distribution, right? Which of the following factors is least likely to influence consumer behavior? D, place of residence. We see that question already. 31. Which of the following are functions of packaging? D, all of them. We see that question already too. 32. A situation where a business gains editorial space without having to pay for it is called A, publicity. 33. John sought permission to prevent the local art gallery from reproducing and selling his painting. This legal means of protecting his work is referred to as C, copyright. We see this question already. 34. Product price, promotion, and place are components of B, marketing mix. 35. Which of the following is not a major function of a retailer? D, transporting goods to suitable storage facility. Obviously that question already too. 36. Which of the following is a global logistics provider? C, DHL. We see that question already. In business, logistics is defined as C. We see this question already too, right? Managing resources from the point of acquisition and origin to their final destination. 38. Which of the following documents issued by a carrier or its agent shows ownership of imported goods? A, bill of lading. 39. Which of the following will be considered a producer? D, a soft drink manufacturer who sells his products to the local market. 40. JB Auto Company decided to export car engine from Barbados to Trinidad. Which of the following methods is best suited for transporting the engine? B, which is C, right? Yeah, that one is tricky. 41. Which of the following is not a source of income for an individual who engages in personal budgeting? B, loan repayment. 42. Which of the following services is provided by commercial banks? D, accepting deposit from customers. We see this question already. 43. One of the major functions of a central bank is to issue notes and coins. 44. Mrs. Jones has several bills of fixed amounts to pay each month. She made an arrangement with the bank to make these monthly payments from her account. This service that is provided by the bank is referred to as C, standing order. 45. Mia would like to protect her passport, birth certificate, and jewelry. Which of the following commercial bank services should she use? B, safety deposit box is the correct answer. 46. Which of the following entities can have their shares traded on the stock exchange? Well, we know that public company, and we have seen that question before. 47. Which of the following is a function of a chamber of commerce? C. Assisting in securing markets for products. 48. The success of a government's economic policy can be most effectively measured by B. An increase in the standard of living. We have seen that question before. 49. Which of the following are examples of direct taxation? 1 and 3 only, right? Purchase tax would relate to goods, and so that is indirect. Which of the following statements, 50, which of the following statements accurately describes taxation as a means of redistributing income? We have seen this question before. The correct answer is D. 51. Governments can positively influence business activity by reducing A. Taxes. 52. Governments offer subsidies to businesses to B. Reduce costs and ultimately prices. 53. A price control, I will see that question already as well. A price control may be defined as D. Government limit on the price of goods and services. 54. The provision of social services by a government does not include tax refunds. 55. The buying and selling of goods and services among countries is called international trade. B. 56. The gross national product of a country is defined as the B. Income earned in the country less income payable outside the country. The definition doesn't really fit so well. However, it is the best definition out of everything that is there. 57. Which of the following practices would contribute to the economic growth and development of the country? D. Provision of loans and technical assistance for establishing local businesses. 58. Which of the following is a benefit of the CSME? A common trade policy, which is correct. 59. Which of the following, when increased, would not contribute to the improved standard of living of the country? C. The country's population. And finally, unemployment caused by a downturn in the economy is referred to as cyclical unemployment. And so there you have it, everyone. I hope that this video was helpful. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And work good and all the best in the exam. All right. Big up on yourself, and we'll talk again soon.